What is up, YouTube family? Thank you guys for tuning back into Wilburn Shenanigans. My name is Chad. This is my wife, D, and we are back with another great video. Today, we are back with a exciting video. The Q&A you guys we've been waiting for. We asked you guys to generate some questions for us, anything you wanted to ask us, and we pulled them. We were supposed to do this yesterday, but D is under the weather, so she is pulling through right now as we are speaking. I'm trying to get this content out for you guys, so that's why yesterday nothing was posted. But it is Q&A time, and I wrote down, I'm old school, I wrote down the questions you guys asked. D was like, you should type it in your iPhone, like put it out. I was like, no, I'm old school. I like to write it down. Write it down. So I should have wrote like these in order, like to make them make sense, but I got them all over the place. But I'll try to pull them and make them flow the way they should.
Did you get the one from under the video?
Yes, I did. So first questions first. I think this is the most important. How old are we? That one I think I generate first. I am a 29. I just turned up 29 in April. D,
28.
She's a November baby, so she'll be 29 this year. So that is our age. Almost coasting that 30, baby. Getting close to 30.
You are.
I'm gonna throw an epic 30th birthday party. Definitely gonna have that content flowing when it comes back around. But it's gonna be epic, guys. I can't wait for you guys to see that. So next question, I think that is very appropriate after asking our age. I think, how did we meet? This story is hilarious. It's very funny. I love the heck out of the story because we always goof around with it and like use the slogans, our slogan, for like our birthdays and certain things. Like if I get her a card or something, like we always put our slogan in there. So I'll give you my portion of the beginning, and then I'll let D finish it off. So I was in the gym heavy, you know, I was a gym guy. Still am, but I'm not as big as I was back then. And like, I was in school and, you know, I had this thing with my buddies. I was like, dude, I had like you guys can laugh if you want, but I had like a top 5, you know. Okay, top 3. Not top 5. I had like a top 3, like these girls. And I was like, dude, if I ever like come across, like I gotta get at them. Like this is like it. Like if I ever come across one of these girls, like this is like, I gotta get at her. So one of my close buddies at the time, we were in the gym and I was like on Instagram, whatever. And then D's photo came up and I was like, dude, this is like when I gotta get it if I see her. He was like, bro, I know her. And I was like, what? He was like, no, bro, I know her. And I'm like, you lying son of a. And he's like, no, for real. He's like, dude, she works at Subway right by the gym. Like it was literally, the Subway is like literally across the parking lot. Like you go up one, not even a light, and you right there. And I'm like, he's like, dude, she works at Subway. Like I'm like, dude, I go in there all the time. I ain't never seen her. Like, cause that was like my go-to Subway spot. Like I always went there at the gym. I was like, I said, you're lying, cause I always go in there. I never see her. He's like, bro, after this session today, we're gonna go in there. You're gonna see her. She in there at nights. I'm telling you. So I'm like, okay, cool. Come to find out, he had to go home because I think his girl called him or something. So I'm stuck by myself going in the Subway. So I'm like, okay, I gotta stick to the plan. I gotta get in this Subway. So I pull up in there and then I get to Subway and then D's at the counter, but she's clocking out. So I'm like, my game is off. Like I can't even say nothing. Like I see her at the register, like she came out from the back and then she go to the register, you see her clocking out. And I'm like, dang it. So this dude come up like helping. I'm like, bro, I didn't come to see you. I don't even want you to make my sandwich. Like you just threw off the whole game plan. But then I let D finish, you know, from here, you know.
My cheeks hurt. Cause it's so funny. And then so I was clocking out and like when I first seen him, I thought he was like older. Like I thought he was like in his 30s because he just looked old. Not in a bad way, just like he was built and he just looked way mature. And so I'm clocking out, and then like my coworker at the time that was like already clocked in as I was clocking out, he's like telling Charles like, okay, well, what can I get for you? And like, you know how like, when you can tell someone's staring at you, like you can feel it. Well, I felt that, and I'm like, why is he staring at me? Like I looked a hot mess. Like I never cared to go to work looking cute or nothing. Like it was never that serious. So I'm like, oh my god, like why is he staring at me? So I just like what it was like. Whatever. So then my coworker was helping me. I'm walking towards the back, getting my stuff, and then I'm coming out through the back door. And I'm like, I told my friend, I was like, bye. And as I'm walking out, all I hear is my coworker saying like, sir, like, sir, what do you want in your sandwich? And like, I guess he was like dumbfounded or something. I don't know, cause he.
That was a mission.
It was weird. So
I had one mission. It wasn't that.
So I went to the parking lot, went to my car, and I always took my clothes. I always had clothes under my uniform because I hated the way Subway smelled. So I would always take my clothes off in the parking lot And I had at the time a Jeep Wrangler, and it was lifted, and my windows were limousine tint. So I will open the door, and I was like looking at the restaurant at Subway, and I was like, why is he staring at me? So as I'm taking my clothes off and looking through my window, he can't see me because it's so dark. He's just standing there, like in the front of his car, like not in the front, but on the side of the car. He's just standing there with the door open. I'm like, oh my God, like I'm thinking, like, am I gonna get kidnapped? Like, this is so scary. So I was like, oh my God, I was so nervous. So the way in the Subway worked out, there's like two sides. So you could technically make a whole circle in the parking lot. So my best friend at the time, she had like a little tiny little blue car. What was that? It was like a the littlest car ever. It was so cute. And she had zebra seat covers. Okay. So she literally pulled up right next to me. And so like right next to me, and then he like did like a whole circle around the parking lot, got out of it, went to the light, busted a U-turn where you could still see him because ours was like on the street, and he did all this, and I'm like, what the heck is happening? And I'm like, girl.
So my side, like I couldn't see, like I could honestly, it's dark, like in that parking lot.
It was like probably like 10 o'clock.
That parking lot don't got the best lighting. So when this car pulled up, I immediately thought like, oh yeah, her boyfriend came and met her.
Like, and I'm like, this little thing, it looked like such a girl car.
You be amazed what dudes be driving. But I was just like, okay, she got dude, like leave it alone.
So then, probably like, so then at that time I left my Jeep and I went with my best friend. We went to go get frozen yogurt. And then like I was telling my best friend, I was like, dude, like this guy kept staring at me. Like, I don't know what was happening. Like, good thing you came at the time and everything. She was like, what? And then like, I got I still have it on my phone. I have the conversation. He hit me up, he just slid in my DMs. He went under my picture and got at me. And he goes, I can't believe I fell for this.
It's the best game on planet.
He goes, what? It's not on there no more? Oh yeah, it is. He goes, wait, where? I was like, LOL,
I don't know why my whole number is underneath your post.
Why? Where does this
It probably
start?
took it off. But it's so old. It probably ain't even there no more.
Oh, so he wrote me. He was like, so last night I see we noticed each other. Ha ha ha. I wanted to say something, but I didn't know what to say. Like, no, I noticed you because you was being a creep. Oh, so then I was like, oh my God, that was you? I was like, I didn't even know we had each other on Instagram. He goes, LMAO, yeah, that was me. I thought you knew we had each other on Insta. And I'm just like, no, sorry. I thought that you were going to come up to me. I'm like, fuck, I look a damn mess just getting off of work. He said, haha, I was. Then I saw a car pull up and was like, nah, that might be her dude or something. And I was like, no, that was my best friend. He goes, LOL, all bad. I don't know if you noticed, but when you walked out from the back, I forgot all about what I was getting on my sandwich. Which was true. And I said, I know, that's why I laughed and smiled. And he's like, can't be laughing at me like that, but I'm going to go into work. And at that time, he was working at Best Buy. He was like, so maybe we can finish this conversation in the text if you don't mind. And he gave his winky face and number. He was like, I usually don't give my number to strangers either, but I guess I can make an exception. And I'm like, oh my God.
That game is fire.
So my dumb self text him.
And we ended up hanging out, and then we're here. Yeah. We are here today.
Yeah.
And that comes.
But you didn't say your saying. What is your saying?
Oh, it all started with a sandwich. That's what our saying is. What we always write. So that's our thing. Like it all started with a sandwich. We love it. We love it.
What were you getting?
Spicy Italian. Come on now, really?
You gonna get Subway today?
No. The crazy part is I can't stand Subway to this day. It's crazy.
That's so mean.
It's so crazy.
I love Subway.
How long have we known each other? Shoot.
We've known each other for about almost 10 years now.
Yeah, it's been about 10.
Almost.
We've been together about 9.
I would say 8.
Yeah,
we had
9. Yeah, so
we
8.
had some makeup and breakups.
So about 8, and then we've been married. We'll hit our 3rd year. Oh Jesus, we about to hit 3 years.
We had some makeup and breakups, so I wouldn't count the whole thing like straight away.
So we'll be married 3 years this year. So that's our full on story. The next one, how many kids? We have 2 kids. A boy and a girl. Rylan is our son, the oldest. He is 6 going on 7. And then we have a daughter who is 3 going on 4 in July, who is turning 18 actually. If you have kids, you understand. They are our pride and joy, but they are our headaches at the same time. And they're in the background right now arguing as we speak. So kids, guys, that's
if you guys ever hear anything in the background, it's them.
It's definitely them. Next one. Who's the better cook?
I'll say him. I'll be honest.
We both can cook, but I like to cook. It's like my thing. She knows I love
He likes to cook like more or less like I'm more of a home cooked meal, where he's more of a I gotta try it out and make this type of person. So like he'll find a recipe and go get everything to try it out and make it. So I feel like he's the better cook. He loves to cook. As far as like baking, it's over here, but cooking over there.
Where are we from? Oh, Lord. Everybody always hear California and think, oh, you guys from Cali. Oh my God, we're from Bakersfield.
Yeah.
But we love it. I'm not gonna be that person that's bitter about Bakersfield. Like,
it's just hot.
It's hot. You be here.
So
you hear a lot of people down talk it, but it's not a bad place to raise your family. It's just very hot.
9 out of 10, wherever you stayed, you don't like it.
Yeah, it's not. It's not a bad town. I mean, it's not exciting here, but the good thing about us, like, we're 3 hours. Vegas, hour and 30, LA. Fresno, like we in the middle of the pit. Like we don't have to worry about flying.
Just, I think that's the only worst part. It's hot. It's so hot. Like right now, it's like 103 right now.
Yeah, so we can get to places like that. A lot of people like to go in like a drive, so we don't have to fly or anything like that.
I like road trips. That's my favorite.
Let's see next. Favorite food. I'm a seafood dude. I'm heavy on seafood. Like I love the heck out of seafood. I'm not talking about like crab boils.
Oh, you should do your top 3 though.
I'm talking like fish fry. Like I'm talking before the seafood boils got cracking. Before everybody start finding out they like crab legs. I'm talking fried fish is my go-to. Like, second, I would have to say like Mexican seafood. Like, it's gonna stand in seafood section. I'm telling you right now. Like, I'm big on seafood. And then right after that, soul food. Like, that's my top 3. Like, top 3.
Mine is seafood, soul food, and honestly, like I tried it and I'm in love with the Indian food.
Indian food is fire.
It's amazing. We have a restaurant out here.
Slide my 4 if I had a 4.
And I'm obsessed. And then like the people there are just amazing. You should take me there again.
Let's see where we're heading after this. Let's see. Favorite TV show. Ooh, I got so many. But if I had to narrow it down to one, my favorite TV show of all time, man, I probably would have to go with.
I don't have one. I'll be honest. I have too many shows.
I mean, I like a lot, but I had to narrow one down like my all-time favorite. I probably would have to say Bates Motel. Like that was like my go-to. Like remember I was up for work. Like I've been watching some stuff, but I think like binge watching, like risking life. Bates Motel. Look, I was up to like 5 a.m. Had to be to work at 6. Like watching Bates Motel. Like,
I think mine would be a stick between either Desperate Housewives, the ones with like the white ladies, not the newest ones, or Why Women Kill. It was actually really funny. Remember the one we watched together? That was actually really good.
One was good. Oh my God! Whoever sent this one, we would even talk about this before we came. They said, "What is our top 5 movies of all time and albums?" Jesus, I don't even know. I don't have
albums. I would be honest.
I don't even know if I have a top 5 movie or album. But I'm a huge Kendrick fan, so probably got a Kendrick my top. Oh Lord, I don't have a favorite Kendrick because they're all like great. But I don't know.
I don't have an album. I'm gonna just be honest.
I don't know if I have a top 5 album. My all-time favorite album of all time, though, I would have to say would be To Pimp a Butterfly by Kendrick, Good Kid, Mad City, and Damn, his newest album. I'm still getting through fully. I haven't fully like got all the way through it, so I can't rate it. But I think top 3. I mean, I'm huge. Jay-Z's album, I would say 444 is definitely one of my favorites. I'm a big Dom Kennedy fan. I like Dom, Nipsey. I really don't have a top 5 though. It's hard. I have too many artists, man. I love too many artists. Like so, I really don't have a top 5. Movies, a lot more easier for me. Definitely putting Space Jam in my top category, not the new one, the old Space Jam.
No, we should see if we could name each other's.
That'd be too hard.
No, because I think I know all yours.
That'd be too hard.
I know his is Space Jam, Training Day.
Juice.
Juice. Okay. Hold on. Yeah, I just know for sure Space Jam. The Woods.
Harlem Nights.
In the Woods.
In the Wood.
Funny thing is, our son is named after one of the characters on the wood, which is called Ro. So his initials are ROW for Ro.
What are your top 5 movies? Your top 5?
I think you could name mine.
The Christmas one, I can't think what it's called.
No.
Christmas with the Cranks. Definitely. You watch it all the freaking time.
But
even when it's not Christmas.
That's not my favorite.
Even when it's not Christmas, you watch it.
That's not my top. I just love it. It's a good movie.
The one with, I can't think of her name right now. Why can't I think of her name? The couple where they live together and they end up going through the freaking...
The breakup.
I
freaking love that movie.
What else is out there? Step Brothers.
No.
What?
It's not my top.
I don't know your top. Your top is
my
gonna be
top
different because you're gonna go back and forth with like, oh, I watch it, but I don't care for it. Like
mine is Night at the Roxbury, The Breakup, I think those are like my top 2 because I have so many movies that I love. Honestly, if it has Will Ferrell, Jim Carrey, or Adam Sandler, like I'm sold. Like those are my top 3 actors that I love to watch. So like I don't know, I have a lot. Like I love Elf. That's one of my movies. I love Elf. I love Night at the Roxbury. I said that one. I said The Breakup. I don't know. I honestly like anything with them in it I love. But I'm more of a comic person. Like I love the comic movies, comedy movies and romantic movies. Sometimes drama, but I do not watch scary movies. And I'm not playing. Like I've probably watched 2 to 3 scary movies my whole entire life. Like I don't watch them. That's his side. No, I don't watch scary movies. But anything comedy, I'm more or less so. Like I like that dumb, like if you've ever seen Night at the Roxbury, you know what kind of movies I like. Like they make me laugh because they're so stupid that you want to laugh with them.
This one is hilarious because I have a perfect story for that. I actually have a few, but I'm gonna just give you one. They said, "What's the most embarrassing thing that happened to you as a kid that you can laugh about now?" My most embarrassing moment as a child. Don't ask me what I was thinking while I was doing it. I just did it. So I took a grapefruit seed. My mom don't tell this story all the freaking time to everybody. So I sniffed the grapefruit seed up my nose and it got stuck. And I had to go to the hospital to have it surgically removed. And it was the funniest thing because now that I think back, what was I thinking? Like, I don't even know what made me sniff the grapefruit seed. Like, it was the dumbest thing. And then, like, I remember, like, get panicked and then have to go tell my dad, like, oh, Dad, I got a grapefruit seed stuck in my nose. And I think his reaction, like, an initial reaction, like, what? You got a what? And then they was trying to, like, I remember my dad trying to, like, get it out with tweezers, but it was, like, too deep back there. So I ended up having to go to the hospital and they had to take it out. So, yeah, that's probably the most embarrassing thing. And then I laugh about it to this day because my mom tells the story all the time to everybody. Like, remember you got a grapefruit? Like, stop telling the story. Like, it's over with. It's over. But I laugh about it. It's hilarious now.
The only thing I can think of is when I broke this bone, like right here. I broke this bone, and it was funny because like I was in elementary and I would call home all the time, and my mom used to get all mad. So this particular day, some reason, she was like, "Oh, you better not come home today or call home today because I'm not gonna go get you." Like, she's like, "If you call home, you're gonna be grounded." Like, sorry. So, one day I was at school and I was playing tetherball, and I was hitting the ball really hard. I was getting ready to win, and instead of hitting the ball, I hit the pole, that metal big pole. So I was like, oh, fuck. And I didn't cry. That's the funny thing. I didn't cry because, you know, you at school, you don't want them to see you cry. So I was just like, oh. I was like, oh, my God. It hurt it so bad. And then I was like, I told the lady, and she seen it, and she was like, oh, okay, we'll just go to the office and get some ice. So I'm like, okay. Mind you, this bone was like that. Like, it's supposed to be like this, and it was like that. And so, like, I just told the lady, she's like, you want to call your mom? I was like, don't call her. Do not call her. Just give me some ice. I'm fine. So the whole day, I had an ice pack on it. Like, I was in my class. They sent me back to class, and I had an ice pack. Mind you, like, it was hurting, and it looked deformed. Like, compared to, like, your wrist, how it's supposed to look, my bone popped that way. Like, it broke. And so I was in class with the ice pack on my hand. I was writing with my left hand or whatever. And then I finally get home. And my mom's like, what's wrong with you? And I was like, oh, I hurt my hand today. And then she's like, let me see. And then I was like, okay. So I let her see. I got yelled at. Why didn't you call me? Your hand is messed up. And I'm like, you told me not to call you. So then...
You listen. You follow directions very well.
Well, so then she took me to the doctors or the hospital, what I forgot what it was at that time. And my bone was broken, and I had to get it popped back in place, and I had a cast. And then my mom went up to the school and went off on that because she was like, y'all didn't see that this was, like, not normal. And so I got in trouble for not calling her.
Wow. That is an intense story.
I laugh till this day because it's like, Mommy, you told me not to do it, and I didn't do it. But that's, like, I think that's, like, my most funniest, embarrassing moment.
We'll probably do a part 2 on questions. I'll pull this one because I don't want this video. It's already in 20 minutes. But this one is, they said, what took me so long to add a D to YouTube?
That was my reason. I didn't want to be in front of the camera. I'm not going to lie with you guys.
D used to be, for our loyals that's been over here for a long time, this channel was originally a vlog channel. Mm-hmm. We vlogged a long time. That was our first initial thing to YouTube. We vlogged. D was a part of that, of course, with the family. And then we took time off. I went to start at work, and the job that I had at the time, the timing, I was in a railroad, so I had no time at home to record it all. So we completely gave up YouTube. And then I decided to come back, and I didn't come back vlogging. Well, we did come back vlogging. But then I was like, I want to find something else. Like, vlogging is cool, but I want to find something else. And I have a musical background for those who don't know, and I play the drums. So I've been playing my entire life big in music. So a buddy of mine hit me up, was like, dude, you should do music. Like, that's your thing. Nah, bro. I was like, nah, bro. Nah, I can't. D even said it, like, you should do, that's you.
But mind you, I told him to do music like years ago.
So I was just like, no, I'm cool. So then I did it and fell in love. That channel took off. Love the fans over there. Will Burn Reactions, if you guys don't know, but 45K we're sitting at. That channel grew, and D, I tried to swing her a little bit, and I was like, you should come over and react with me, like, do it. She's like, no, I don't want to be in front of the camera no more. Like, I'm not comfortable no more. So I understood. I was like, okay, cool. And then finally we talked about it, and then she came over and got back used to the roots, and she's the one who actually fired this one up, that said, hey, let's go start doing funny reactions. Let's do funny reactions on Will Burn Shenanigans. And I'm like, cool. And so it wasn't like I didn't want her. I was just waiting for her to get comfortable with herself again to make, like, but I didn't want to force her over here. Like, you don't have to come if you don't want to, I don't want to make you do something you're uncomfortable with. And so it was more or less timing, when she was comfortable to step back over here. She was coming out, Kamaya, we had Kamaya fresh. She was still little. And it was just a lot. So, she was coming out of, like, mom, having a baby and dealing with, they call them mom bods, whatever. And it was just a lot, so I wanted to give her time to, like, come back over here. So that's what took me, but she never had not been away. Like, she's been with me on YouTube, and she just took time off, and then now she's back on it with me. So that's the question, if you were wondering, like, why I think that's what it was. We were just waiting for her to see, like, what direction she wanted to go in. If this is comfortable, like, because music is my thing. I didn't know if she's gonna feel comfortable with music, and like, she loves music, but it's my passion. I've been in it, and in this side, of course, this is her thing. Like, she loves funny stuff and being goofy. Like, this is her side. So that's where it came from. So that's how we fired it up and got it going. Future purposes, I know some people ask if we ever vlog again. We might. It just, now timing with vlogging, it sucks because, like, it's still, we haven't really lifted everything. Like, you can't really we could travel, but it's not the same how we used to, So vlogging, will it ever come back? It could. I won't say no. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you guys no, it might not. I will say there's a chance it could come back. Could vlog one day. So for my people that are looking for a vlog, you just may see one. Just don't know when. I'm not gonna say give it a no though. But that's where it started. The vlog is what started this whole destiny. But that is us. That is us in a nutshell. You guys got a little bit, like I said, I might do a part 2, pull some more questions. If you guys' question didn't get answered and you want us to answer some, we might do a part 2 on this. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this and getting to know us and who we are. And if you want to know anything else, like I said, we'll do a part 2. But this is Will Burn the Life. The last name Will Burn is our last name, if you're wondering what the channels are. Thank you. That is our last name, so that's where that comes from. So a lot of people are like, what does Will Burn stand for anything? I'm like, that's our last name. That's why we call it that. But that's where that originated from. But thank you guys for all your love and support on this channel. Thank you guys for doing this for us. It was amazing and fun. We had fun answering these questions.
I like answering questions.
Like I said, if you have any questions that didn't get answered, drop down in this comment section below, and we'll get those in part 2. But we'll see you guys in our next video.